So I don't know if sometimes depends on the age of the cat, and the longer you observe them in a generality, you kind of see the different characteristics. But these are they're not like definite. This isn't saying like this is how your cat is all the time. These are
Right.
just a general overhaul kind of an information.
Okay.
Let's see. We should do Shiner and Carly are one day off. So Shiner and Carly are going to be pretty much
Pretty close to the same kind of
yes,
cat.
they're going to be
Okay.
real similar. And so those two cats, I'm sorry, I'll just say the both of you, they're very inquisitive, social, but very unpredictable.
Oh.
One moment playful, cheerful, inquisitive, and the next withdrawn, hissing, and inaccessible.
Nice.
This cat is very streetwise, though, and is really aware of what's going on. But, of course, itself is first. It's like, me.
Mm-hmm.
It tries everything and it makes great discoveries. It's a great learner and designed to amuse and surprise you. That's exactly what it likes to do. And if you scold them, they'll get even by laying on your new black coat or something and getting fur all over it. But if they find out you're very angry at them, they'll really put on the charm. So they like to do things or probably go in the bathroom and knock things off. That they can close things. They'll do funny little things besides like knowing that your black coat is going to get hair on it if they sit on it.
Yeah.
They're very, very smart cats. We think that they're not, but they are very smart. And let's see. These two cats, they're in the Gemini, and they're very sociable. And they purr more and louder than any other cat.
Oh. So
And-
when they're
and the
happy,
whole-
they're happy.
Right.
When
So
they're upset, they're upset.
So their purr is louder than all the other cats and all the other signs. Yeah. They're very happy. Yes, they will. They purr very loud. So now when it comes to food, they like variety. And naturally, the food better be the best available because they have a great taste for good food. Sleep is not important to this cats. It will take little quick cat naps, and it doesn't mind being woke up. So unlike your, let's see, who was the one? XL. The Capricorn cat does not like to be woken from its sleep. This Gemini one, these two cats, Katie and Shiner, you can go in there and play with them and arouse them, and they're excited and happy to wake up and interact with you. They don't get stressed and upset about that. Okay, this cat needs close contact with as many people as possible. Loves people. It will rub lovingly around total strangers' legs, or it'll jump in strangers' laps. And if a Gemini cat is avoiding someone, you know that person is not a cat lover. So if it decides, if it's not bugging one of your friends, more than likely that friend is not
Like
an animal
cats.
lover.
They know,
or,
yeah.
Or meaning like cats, meaning like animals. They know and they'll stay away. So if you're going to lose your heart to a cat, then a faithful Taurus cat will be a better one for you, because that is not so with these two cats. Because a Gemini cat could walk right out of your life. They do not make good companions with other cats. And when this cat finds a mate, it will throw its style out the window and it'll copy it.
Really?
So all of a sudden your cat's like this and it has a mate and it's starting to be another way. You say, what is wrong with my cat? It's acting so different.
I hate those kind of cats. I hate those kind of people.
I think Carly is probably a female, so
Yes.
But she also will mimic her mate. They do that, but not for long. They'll do that and then they'll go back to their own self again. That sounds kind of familiar, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It sounds like
I do know those
almost
women.
human-like. This cat does not have to be like an outside cat. A lot of
Okay.
cats need to be out, but this one is fine indoors.
Okay. And Becca, who sent that in, says you were spot on with your horoscope.
Oh.
She says that cat hisses all the time. Sort of a diva cat.
That's too cute. And of course, there's a lot more things about that particular time for a cat, but I just sort of picked out the main points. There's so many things in depth, as we know. We could talk forever about, when we're talking about our own self and when we were born. So we're not going into detail when their moon is and when they're rising. We're just talking about basics. It'd get a little complicated, could it not? Let's see, we have one more here. And who did we... Oh, yeah. We want to do Callahan?
Callahan, yes.
Yes.
And it is a he.
Oh, and it's a he.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Carly's the lone girl on the list.
So Callahan is really close on the kind of the cusp, but he's probably a much more sensitive, tidy, and emotional cat. This cat wants to be cherished and loved, believes the world revolves around him, and the least little things can upset him. So if you do not spoil this cat rotten, it might develop psychosomatic illnesses.
Oh, my goodness.
This cat can sit for hours and quite like a Buddha. It can actually just, well, not like Buddha with his legs crossed, of course, but
right.
It can just sit with his little feet in front of it like this. It doesn't have to lay down. It can just sit there for hours and just sit there.
Cat's got issues. Cat's messed up. Your cat's messed up, Maria.
Well, and it does have a little bit of characteristics of a Gemini too. But it leans a little bit more towards the Cancer, so it may have back and forth characteristics. So he's a great actor, and when he gets tired of a game, like you say, you're playing with him. Callahan will go like, you look like you're so exhausted.
Yeah.
Tired out and he has to leave. But then when you start up a new attraction to get his attention, he's right back in full energy because he's a great actor. He can act when he's tired, when he's not. He can do that. This
cat's psycho.
Isn't it funny? I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. What are they playing with me for? I'm tired of this game. And then he'll act tired. Now, the other cats other signs don't do that. This is just, he's a great actor. Mm-hmm. Now, probably he's afraid of thunderstorms. And they know before the storm comes, so he'll probably act like this before the storm. He'll want to get in a corner, or he'll want to hop up and sit on her lap. And this is like even before the storm is there, because they can feel it coming. So on food, if you put his food in a different colored dish than he's used to, he probably look at it and probably want to eat it, because it's different. Because you did something different. But this actor can act like he's eating this food to please you. I mean, he can actually. He's like.
What is this cat sign?
Well, he's right on the cusp of between Gemini and Cancer.
Oh my gosh! So Note to self: if you're considering a Gemini Cancer cusp cat.
Now he likes to have neat places. He doesn't like a messy bed. He likes neat places and where it's warm. He may like the laundry when it comes out and it's warm from the dryer. Like to hop in there in the basket. Nice thing about this cat, it makes really good companions because it's not destructive. It does treasure your ornaments or your decor as much as you do. I mean, as much as how to say this for a cat, it will value what you have in your house. It's not like an Aries cat will run around the house and knock the vase over just to knock the vase over, or it'll go up and push things off the counter.
Okay, or scratch everything up. It won't scratch your couch
cat. A Scorpio cat was the one that claws
all your furniture up and everything. Yeah.
That and Sagittarius, those two are really bad about clawing. Let's see. This cat, Callahan, likes to live with a strong person. And I don't mean physical strong, I mean emotionally strong.
Okay.
I don't know if she's had Callahan or he for a long time, but it takes a while for them to trust you. And once they do, they decide you are worthy of their love. They'll be extremely devoted. kind of like the Taurus bull. The Taurus cat. They'd be very devoted. Well, its relationship with other cats is complicated because this cat's feelings can get hurt really easily. They do. I mean, other cats can hurt their feelings.
Oh, my word.
So if you have a dog, if Callahan has a dog in his family, the dog will have to let this cat be boss. Or there'll be no go in this relationship. So probably if they do, it's the boss. Okay, so we kind of took care of those few little ones. I can give some little hints on other cats when we're done. But I was going to say, when you get a cat, when it's a kitten, what happens is, this is from this veterinarian's book. She said that that's when the cat learns what's edible. Excuse me, I was listening to the who's getting chased.
It's a busy place.
Ooh, it's close. Anyway.
Yes.
At that time, it learns what's edible and what it's going to eat, kind of like experiments and tells. So at that time, you want to choose wisely what particular food you want your cat to eat, because most of the time, cats have great memories, and they'll want to eat. What they've learned is that food. Now, an Aries cat, if you try to give it a different food that it's learned that, hey, this is good food, I like this, and you go ahead and put something different in this bowl, forget it. It won't eat it. It'll just go without food. Because
what the heck?
And it gets stressed out. And then it gets stressed out. Your cat gets really stressed out, continues being stressed, then you get an ill cat, and then you got big vet bills. So anyway, those things are very important. Now, the other thing is about cats is that in the wild, they rarely drink water. So their food contained most of the liquid they need to survive. So they don't usually see wild cats going out to the drinking holes and getting a drink.
Yeah, that's true.
So they got their moisture because they're like meat eaters. So it's good to incorporate when your kitty is at that stage some moist food, so it learns to eat that also, because that is really an important part of their diet. It'll keep them regulated because I guess another thing that they have a lot of urinary infections and kidney because of not getting enough water. It isn't that they drink so much dry food. Oh, what am I saying? They eat so much dry food that they need to drink ample liquids for that dry food, and cats aren't made to drink a lot of water. So if you give them moist food, they can get their liquids there and get a better balance for their health. That's like a health issue. And that's what that Dr. Barbara Royal wrote about, like balancing their food, getting it to when they're young. Because after a while, cats don't like to change. A lot of them don't like change.
Yeah.
So don't touch my food. A lot of them are very particular about their food. You notice as I was going through the sign, each one had a little something different.
Yeah, something a little quirky. It's not about the food, then about the dish or something.
Right. Just the color. Now, if your animal has bad breath, there's something really simple you can do. And I think there was an article 2 days ago in the Bismarck Tribune about it also, that they have these little rubber things. I think you've seen them. You put them on your finger, put toothpaste on them, and then you rub their teeth.
Yeah, and I've tried that before. Do you know what? Your animals love it.
Yeah.
Be prepared to not get your finger back from that little rubbery thing.
Yeah. So here's another thing you do when they're kittens.
That way they're used to it.
Yeah, or when the dogs are young. Of course, dogs are easier to clean their teeth because you can give them those chewy things. But cats,
treats and food and stuff that does that.
Easier than you can a cat. And if cat hasn't had that in their diet, it's not going to eat it. So forget it. So you should brush their teeth, and that's especially if they have bad breath, because I think it's like
plaque
sulfur
or something that builds up on it.
Let's say plaque. Let's use the human term. I remember reading about that. Now I just skipped that a little. Okay, so how much time do you have? A little bit?
Yeah, about 5 minutes.
Oh, we have 5 minutes? Oh, my gosh. We had tons to say about a cat. Oh, maybe I better do my little
thought, right?
end of the. I think I mentioned the book. If anybody want to read that, there are several little books on the market. Astrology for Cats. This one is not purchasable anymore. I think you could go on Amazon and look for some. I think
cat astrology books.
I have like 3 of them. It's kind of fun to compare them. And this one here that I did today, this is pretty much, I read them all 3 and then just took the information back and forth. Okay. So I
like how it's called astrology for cats instead of astrology with cats or about cats. Like a cat's going to pick up the book and get clued in on astrology. Going to become experts in the field.
And it's they have it pretty
little
much.
Pause. They have opposable thumbs to flip the pages.
Yeah.
Troublesome.
So here you are, the sweetest cat you could get if you want an indoor cat.
Okay.
If you want a farm cat, a Scorpio cat or Sagittarius cats are awesome because they love being outside, they love adventure. But if you want an indoor cat,
yes,
and that's the love of your life cat, is a Taurus cat.
A Taurus cat.
I thought I'd just reiterate on that
because I'm a Taurus.
right. I thought that was pretty unique.
Okay. Your conclusion then
guess
today.
I better do
Your
this
happy
part.
thought.
That's the end of the day. All right. So cats. That was our talk today. They can be wild and crazy. If you feel your cat is stressed during any particular situation, butter their feet or their fur, as they would prefer to groom off this butter and enjoy it rather than deal with stress. So, should be that easy for us, huh?
I also like butter. Go ahead and butter my feet.
Eliminate our stress. And that'd be nice. But that grooming that cats do does eliminate their stress. If you're feeling your cat getting real stressed about anything, do that. Butter their feet, put it on their fur, and they'll relax and purr the whole time and recuperate very easily. Okay. Well, when a dog wags their tail, we usually assume they're friendly. This is not true with a cat. House cats' tails are highly expressive, and seemingly a flick of it can be an aggressive warning to another cat. So when a cat wags its tail, it could mean the cat's swearing.
Oh.
Cats are unique creatures, exquisitely different in their own personalities, yet they are still little tigers at heart. Cats need to experience its cat-like essence. Not all cats are indoor cats. Some are simply not happy as indoor cats. These cats should be allowed to go outside, for this can relieve a significant amount of stress. And it's interesting, we're talking cats are stressing here. Who would have thought that our average household cats were so prone to stress? The more you know your cat, the more you can learn from them. We have learned from studies that these stresses being experienced